And this one is a crazy deal on a clearance price for a customer pick. This is, we're looking at the Cloud Loft 2.0 Mattress Pad. Now this is saying mattress pad, but this really is a mattress topper. If you can see here, I'm going to get really close. If you look at the bounce, this is fill. It has 24 ounces of fill in here. Okay, what does that mean? It means that it's soft. It's going to cushion you. It's going to cradle you. And guess what? This was hand done. $49.95 on a clearance price. That is 50% off or $50 off. On a flex pay, it is $12 and change for you to get home. We have you covered from twin all the way through California King. That is including your twin XL. I want to bring in, of course, Ellen Bunner. She is our Concierge Collection expert who, and Ellen, is it 20 years? How long?
It is. It's nearing 22 decades you've been shopping with this exclusive brand. And actually, this is a topper that really started it all. I mean, we changed the industry when it comes to pressure point relief, comfort, removable, washable layers on your bed. You will love this. I want to show you all the details, and I'm going to start because you said it. We're calling it a mattress pad, but typically when you're talking about a mattress pad, they're super thin, right?
Yeah.
So this one, you're going to see right away, over 3 inches of loft. So that's 24 ounces per square yard, where typically you're at 10 to 12. So if your bed is lackluster, maybe it's old, maybe it's not in the budget to replace, maybe it's new and too firm, this is a great way to just add that pressure relieving support to your entire body, head to toe.
It is. Now listen, I've climbed on this before. I'm in a dress, so I'm not going to do that right now, or maybe I should, but no, I'm kidding. But lying down on it, it cradles you.
It cradles
in all the places. I felt when I did, Ellen, that like these like lofty pieces, I felt like it was giving me cushion under my back where I needed it, right?
Exactly.
Under my booty. And it just felt good because it was like getting hugged in the places where I needed it.
It's so true. And you know, it's funny because if you look at this, you can see these 6 by 8 inch boxes. They are actually all stuffed by hand finished. And the reason we do that is we want them to go all the way to the corners. Now, I will say when you get this home, there's a little bit of an adjustment period. This is actually the topper that's on my daughter's bed right now. Yeah, so she was experiencing at the first, you feel all these little separate pillows, but as you sleep on this, as your body adjusts, what those pillows do is they give you that pressure relieving support under every part of you. So when you're sleeping on your side, you'll notice that enhanced pressure on your shoulder or maybe your hip. What you see is all the contouring, right? So you get like all those areas of support. So maybe your mattress isn't doing that for you anymore. And what I like, and I have slept on a topper like this since we introduced them, like 20 years ago, different ones throughout the years. What I love is this fill, and we enhanced it with the 2.0. When it ever starts to level out under your body, you will immediately notice that it pops back up. And if it ever gets too compressed, just throw it in the wash, throw it in the dryer. You can actually do that.
You can put it in the washer or the dryer?
Yes, yes. It even features stain release. So if you have a spill or an accident, when you toss this in the wash, it will release in the wash.
Okay, so, and I want you to think about this right now. Have you been, like I was saying, maybe in the market for a new mattress, right? But I mean, let's be honest, that is a heavy lift when it comes to money right now. It's very expensive, right?
And it's a 10-year commitment, 8 to 10 years, right?
At a minimum, right, of what you're doing. This is not. This is under $50. So if you want to possibly sleep better, right? Maybe you're waking up in the middle of the night. You maybe want to sleep longer. This could work for you, right? You just have to get it home and try it. Maybe you have, like me, you have a college student, and they give them those tiny little beds, right? It's like that twin XL. First of all, you can't find mattresses or mattress pads a lot of the time. This is going to be able to help them too. Maybe you just want to be able to get that comfort that you've been longing for, right? And you thought you couldn't afford. Now you can do that.
It's true. You know, you think about, you know, most expensive pillow top mattresses are $200 to $300 more, right? So think of this as a removable, washable pillow top. And I want to show you, one of the things I love about these toppers is, number one, how easy they are to get off and on. When we first started doing toppers, they just sat on top of your mattress. They sometimes had a strap, they moved around. This one has an 18-inch accommodation. Do you see that dual stretch?
Oh, look at that.
So when you put this on, you're not gonna break a nail. It's really easy to get off and on, and the elastic goes all the way around, so it just pops right underneath. I love that you mentioned the Twin XL. So Twin XL, that college dorm bed, also the split king.
Yes.
This is half price. So if you need 2 Twin XLs for your split king, you're getting like a 2-for-1 on this one right now. So it's a great time. The other thing I always love to show you, because it's a personal pet peeve of mine, is what's underneath when you go out and you buy a mattress pad or a mattress topper.
Right.
Sometimes it's plastic. Right?
Oh, you are right.
Sometimes it's like a weird
And then
paper.
you feel it like when you're sleeping.
You hear
remember the movie, was it Big Daddy with Adam Sandler? And they had the newspaper on the bed and the kid was like crinkle, crinkle. But that's what it
sounds like.
Yes.
And that's what it feels like. It adds heat. This is a really soft, durable microfiber. In fact, the entire topper is that microfiber fabric. So it's really soft. It's easy to sink into, but also when you launder this, not only is it wrinkle resistant, but it's shrink resistant. So it dries a little faster.
Okay.
And this material is not going to melt in the dryer, which I love too. So all of the upgrades on this one, going back to kind of the model that we did like 15 years ago from Super Loft, it was called at the time, even including that 6-inch border. And I don't know if you can see that here, but that frames your entire bed. And when I notice it when I get up in the morning or when I get in bed at night, and I have that extra boost underneath my knees. Right. I also notice it like, it kind of increases your sleep surface area, because it makes the whole bed billowy, almost like a bumper around the edge.
Well, you're not falling off the edge,
too. Just
I get
off.
paranoid about that, especially when I have my son, Landon, he's 10, he still likes to sleep in bed with me.
Yes.
And I'm always like, oh, don't go off the edge, right? This is gonna kind of keep you on there.
Yes.
But remember, this is gonna conform to you. So think about it, you're getting something that's gonna customize to your body when you lie down on it, whether that's conforming, as you saw Ellen lay on her side, maybe you're a back sleeper, maybe you're a front sleeper. Each one of these, remember, they are, I don't want to say overstuffed, but essentially we are getting that additional plush that you don't normally see, because it's 24 ounces per square yard. Right. That is going to conform to you. And, you know, this could be what you're looking for at an affordable price to get that perfect, nice rest.
I mean, and think about it. You know, you're seeing how easy it is to get off and on the bed. You know, at this price point, maybe think about your guest bed or your fold-out sofa or your kids' beds, because it's so affordable, right? Yeah. There you're seeing all of those squares. I'm going to talk about that when we come back a little bit more, because I know it is a little bit of an adjustment. You have that frame border. This is what I love. Taking all of those pressure points and really giving you relief at your shoulders, at your hips. When you lie on your back, in the small of your back, you know, our bodies aren't flat. So you need that rise and fall to really just, you know, giving you that even weight distribution. Love that it's machine wash, tumble dry. So if you do get this home, you know, you think about your mattress. We sweat, right? We shed dead skin when we sleep. Your mattress is like a big sponge, so it just takes all of that in. This is going to be that removable, washable layer. I've said for years you can't wash your mattress. Right. You hope you have it like 10 years or more. Let's talk about the fill. So here I kind of have a little, if you could look inside a typical mattress pad, 10 to 12 ounces. It's usually garneted fill like this, so it's pretty flat. It's never going to fluff up. It's just kind of constant, and then they stitch through it, so it's even more restrictive. What's different about this one, and especially the Cloud 2.0, is first of all, we're using that hypoallergenic down alternative inside, so it's a lofty fill, but at 2.0, we actually use 3 different deniers of fill. And why we did that is you get a soft, a medium, and a firm. The whole point of that is to give you that constant comfort, is to give you that maintaining that loft and also that even distribution of the pressure. This is hand stuffed. So when you look at each of these pockets, it's hand stuffed all the way to every corner. Now, my daughter has this one, and when she first got it, she said, I feel the lumps, I feel like the pockets, and I've noticed in reviews, a lot of you have said that. There's an adjustment period. What happens is this fill, it levels out. So it really is created to give you that enhanced pressure relief so that when your shoulder hits the bed, when your hip hits the bed, it takes all of that pressure and spreads it out so that you're more comfortable.
Well, that's what we want, right? And so the fact that people are noticing, it should do that. So this is going to conform to you as you're sleeping. And so are you saying you have to get used to it or things like that? You shouldn't just be kind of mushing into the bed, right?
Right.
This should be giving you that support that you need. I want to remind you all that this is $50 off, 50% off. Just because it is a clearance price doesn't mean you can't return it. If you don't love it, try it. You have 30 days. Where can you go and say, you know what, I'm going to sleep on this for 30 days, and if I don't love it, then I'm going to send it back. Here at HSN, you can do that. But for this price, just like Ellen said, think about your guest rooms. Think about your pullouts. Think about if you have somebody going off to college, right? This is an easy way to be able to give you that luxury feel in your bedroom without having to break the bank. At just $12 and change for you to get home, get it home and try it out. It's a no-brainer. If you don't love it, you spent $12 and change to get it home. But we know that you are, because a lot of people already do, you're going to get it home and say, I wish I could have purchased more, and we may not have them at that time, especially at that price, Ellen. Now, Ellen, can you tell me, because we talked about it being kind of like, is it like water resistant? Like, what is that?
It's water and stain release. So that means like if you get that spill or accident or stain on your mattress topper, when you throw it in the wash, it releases those stains. So it really gives you that extra barrier, not only of comfort, but also protection, right? So you can just peel it off. Love that. I will say if you have a really big topper and a really tiny washer, you might need to take it to a laundromat, but it is wash and dry, and I love that about it. The other thing is all of the upgrades we did on this one. So this one really goes back to our original. We've always had the individually hand-stuffed boxes. We just enhanced what is in each of them to give you more support, more continuity, and all the way to the edge. So think about how you're sleeping. I always kind of typically when I buy a mattress now, I buy a pretty basic mattress because I know I'm going to put one of our toppers on it. And I know what a topper is going to do. If you have a memory foam mattress, if you have an inner spring, even if you're putting this on, like I said, an air mattress, a thin fold out, this is going to immediately add all that pressure relieving contouring. I mean, that's what we love about a topper. It's built for comfort. Most toppers, when you go shopping in the market, they're not washable. So the fact that this one is, the fact that it has that enhanced deep pocket skirt, it's easy to get off and on, and we included that border. When you said about your son rolling off the bed, if you think about most mattress pads and toppers, they just kind of slide off the bed. They don't have this extra fill, and what happens with that is you constantly do feel like you're rolling off the bed. But please help your sleep.
I know.
Get better sleep. It's the most important thing you can do for yourself.
It's what, a third of our life that we're in bed, right? And so if you find yourself somebody who's maybe tossing and turning, you're not getting that restful sleep, right? It could be something as simple of a fix as getting a mattress topper. We're saying it's a pad, but this really is a topper. 883-608 is your item number. Remember, we have you covered from Twin all the way through California King.
And they're the same price.
And it's the same price. You're not getting charged any different. All right, Ellen, are you going to stay here and sleep while
I might. It feels really good.
All right. So she's going to stay here and sleep, but follow me. Thanks for hanging out, Ellen. All right, listen, we're about 15 minutes away for another look at our today's special. This is by Juliana, of course, her black label line. So